Hi, my name is Khalid Ghaloua Adine. I am the head of ETISALAT digital healthcare industry within ETISALAT in Dubai. Thank you very much for inviting me in this such amazing events. Thank you White Paper Summit and Muscat Expo for inviting me to speak today. I'm delighted to share with you some thoughts about the digital transformation during the era of COVID-19. And for that, I will just take you through my journey. So while healthcare professional has been working extremely long hours, supporting, the humanity in the front line, ensuring that everyone is getting the care, either, directly or indirectly, we have been seeing a lot of high-tech technology working as well hand to hand to overcome the challenges. But again, the hours and the time that's all the healthcare professional has been putting in all of that is just amazing. For that, thank you. Thank you for that. So I don't know if some of you remember back in the days, other pandemic that the humanity has been facing, like the Ebola, the MERS in 2012, but this COVID-19 is slightly different. So while the death rate is fortunately lower, the virus spread is much faster than others. To fight the epidemics like this one, our response time needs to be fast enough as well, and we have to use all the tools that we have in our disposal. So the current epidemic may be just another type of coronavirus like the recent SARS and MERS outbreak. But what we have seen is all the high-tech companies join forces against it with everything they got. For innovation, they have got to bring this in a virus management and detection and prevention and treatment to a whole new level. So today, I would like to take you through 8 digital healthcare technologies that can help navigate and overcome the COVID-19. And I would like to start with AI. AI to detect the spread of the epidemic. So back on the days on January 6th, January 6th, the American CDC issued a notification that that's like a flu-like outbreak in China. And then after that, they were followed by the WHO on January 9th. And since then, the virus is become known as Corona COVID-19, and the outbreak becomes a global phenomenon. But most of the people doesn't know is about that there is a startup that is called, a Canadian startup, it's called Blue Dot, spotted the coronavirus before everyone else knew about it. And all of that, they have done it with using the artificial intelligence platform that picked up a cluster of unusual pneumonia cases happening around a market in Wuhan, China. And it flagged it 1 week before WHO and CDC announced. So Blue Dot had spotted what would come to be known as a COVID-19 9 days before the WHO releases its statement and alerting people to emerge of a novel coronavirus. And they have done using a map, using a lot of modeling and all of that. And by going through how they have done it, by going through other tons of foreign language reports, news, by tracking animals and plant disease network, and by accessing global airlines ticketing data. And it didn't only foresee the Wuhan outbreak, but it correctly predicted its spread and how it's going to be spread across all the globe. Blue Dot had spotted what would come to be known as the COVID-19 9 days before WHO and CDC releases their assessments. So maybe next time we will rely more on the digital healthcare technology like that to help us, for this type of information. Then I want to take you through interactive maps for monitoring. Developers from Johns Hopkins University had already created an online dashboard for the coronavirus to visualize and track the reported cases on a daily time scale. We have not experienced an outbreak like this in the past. But simply due to the coverage it can get, where we are watching it spread with almost real-time available data to anyone. It's like the first erupted war. Again, the most and the best of it is that all of it is public and transparent. everyone can enter to these platforms. They can watch, they can see directly the spread, they can see the spread in each country, they can see the date rate, they can see as well, the number of recovered people and so on. And all of this information is just with just some quick clicks to access to the John Hopkins platform. So I want to take you to the new tag is for faster technology right now. Technology has dramatically evolved since the days of the current virus. For the coronavirus outbreak, the culprit is identified within a week. And back in the days, for example, for SARS, it took days to sequence a virus. Now it's taking hours. So again, we have seen that how a lot of laboratories that they were announcing the development of detection kits for Wuhan coronavirus in a very, very short time. So in the 1st of February, we had already the first kit available for humanity. Thanks to the technological progress, scientists don't need to cultivate a sufficient number of viruses before examining them anymore. Even a small amount of vital DNA can be detected directly from a patient's spit or blood sample. Now, I want to take you to a very important one, which is the genome sequencing. The importance of the genome sequencing is just as crucial for fighting pandemics, that is for our own health. So, the speed of it is just amazing. So genome of the virus was completely sequenced by the Chinese scientists in less than a month. And the research, biotech companies started creating synthetic copies of the virus that could be used in research analytics. And the cost, we talk about the cost before, it used to be $10 to create a synthetic copy of one single nucleotide. And now it's under 10 cents. And this all happened faster than ever. So during the SARS, the virus outbreak, the world had to wait months before the virus gets sequenced. Now we are able, the genome quicker evolution technology, the rate of finding adequate therapy will also speed up and help them more in progress. It's just a matter of less than 1 month. Now, robot rescue, and it has been determined that COVID-19 can spread from human to human, medical staff and so on that they are in a high risk. And so then the medical robots are impervious to cross the infection. It's a real game changer. So the robots will allow the physician to communicate directly with the patient through a screen, and it's also equipped with the stethoscope, helping doctor to take the man's vital while minimizing the exposure. We have seen American doctors are using this type of robot actually to treat a coronavirus for certain patients. Drones for medical delivery. We have seen a lot of countries using the drones for the medical delivery. Some of them are using it for handle a mass sterilization against the coronavirus. Other, they are just using the drones for medical deliveries and as well for lab tests and so on that could be deployed in a similar setting so as to research quarantine zone. For example, in Dubai, we have seen the government has been using these drones to do a massive sterilization during the lockdown. So again, that's another high-tech technology that comes to the rescue. So then we have the telehealth, which is the joy of the transformation. We have been seeing telehealth, we have been talking about telehealth for many years, and all of the company were struggling, to put this technology in life. But the game changer, it was COVID-19. It helps actually to increase the adoption of telehealth. Patients were able to talk to their doctors, and doctors were able to connect with their patient using, again, the video calling and as well platforms that cater for the history of the patient, information about it. So the doctor were able to prescribe and share their prescription while the patient is at home. And for certain patients like with chronic conditions that they have high risk to go to the hospital and to catch the COVID-19, they were just staying at home and taking the treatment or directly having a conversation with their doctors. Then we're gonna have medical apps. In the future, how? We will be able to manage outbreaks like this more adequately. We have seen an explosion of medical application, during the COVID-19. A lot of high-tech company, they just develop and release to their governments, helping and supporting their government to overcome the challenges. So in the future, we will have apps to tell us about impending outbreak, and what flights we have, route we should take, and which one we have to avoid. So the health official will be able to get the first patient quicker and drag the virus spread and more accurately and isolate and stop the pandemic in a very quick sites. So, and if the things got out of control, we still have the digital technology for the containment and eventually treatment of the outbreak, like this one that we are witnessing today. So we're gonna have, I would like, just to close my pitch with, there is a time before Corona and there is a time after Corona. We're entering what we call a great transformation. Huge challenges and many hardships are certain, but the total risk will also catalyze many new beginnings. But before all, we have to collaborate. We need to reinvent ourselves to bring another technology to help us to overcome those challenges. We need to take care of each other. And after all, we need to be human. With that, I would like to share with you a great video that will show us a great transformation that is, and the impact of it after the COVID-19. With that, I would like to thank you for this event and have a great day and stay safe.